What's going on, Neon Nation? Welcome back to the Neon Arcade for some more Cyberpunk 2077. Now I know we're coming off the heels of a brand new Cyberpunk 2077 deep dive video, which was released a couple days ago, but today I wanted to try and explain and break down something I noticed, and many others have noticed during some parts of the trailer, in the visual blurriness, and maybe try to understand what's happening in those specific moments. I thought the visuals a little bit more muddy than last year. Now, in doing some research about why the demo did not look as sharp as past Cyberpunk demos and trailers, and even the showcases of The Witcher, I stumbled upon this Reddit thread thanks to user AlwaysNewbie, featuring side-by-side comparisons from the gameplay sneak peek trailer and the deep dive demo we recently got to compare and contrast the visuals. Now, I want to mention that no one who saw the Gamescom and E3 demos complained about a graphical downgrade or blurriness, so this led me to believe that any blurriness we saw was not representative of the game, but instead because of certain settings being turned on, poor recording and compression techniques, and the nature of how they changed the environment, at least in the outdoor sequences. The 48-minute demo did not suffer from this blurriness in any environment, and that's an actual playable section of the game and not a vertical slice. I also do want to add that in the deep dive, indoors for the most part looks substantially better, and many times doesn't suffer from this blurriness effect. So let's take a look at the side-by-sides from the trailer and the demo. First, we have this image of Netrunner Male V. Now, as you can see, the hands from the deep dive are considerably more blurry. Even on the hand that's not moving, the left hand, there is some blurriness. If you look at the lighting on the blurred image, we notice that the lighting is such that it looks like an implementation of RTX ray tracing, and maybe DLSS has been turned on as well. This technology is in its early stages and can lead to more realistic lighting on the hand, but also a potential loss in overall image quality. We know Cyberpunk 2077 is an RTX compatible game, and they seem to be showing this off quite a bit, but we also know that blurry image quality is a known issue from Nvidia when it comes to RTX and DLSS as well. Now, DLSS uses the power of AI to boost your frame rate in games with graphically intensive workloads, and RTX ray tracing is a more lifelike way of rendering lighting and shadows in scenes, and again, this technology isn't perfect in launch games, let alone a work in progress unoptimized game like Cyberpunk 2077. This extends to the comparison image of when V is sitting on the Yaiba Kusanagi and looking out into the distance. The reflections look better in the deep dive demo, but the buildings overall look more blurry. There's also the fact that they seem to have turned the smog-laden suffocating skies up a notch in the deep dive, as we see the background power plants are less pronounced, only adding to the blurriness effect. Moving on to the actual riding of the motorcycle, we see that the trailer bike is moving at 80 miles per hour, while the deep dive motorbike is moving at 66 miles per hour. This seems likely that it could be more of a motion blur issue, which makes the scene look muddy when moving at high velocity. In a similar vein, the scene with Male V in third person on the bike might be due to chromatic aberration, which is implemented pretty poorly into dying light. Now obviously it could be a combination of any of these things, or just one or two, or it could just be that that segment looks like that unoptimized, but I think it's a little premature to claim that there's been downgrades as of yet. We'll have to wait and see obviously if this rings true, but for now those are some potential explanations. Now I'm sure there are some of you out there who know this kind of technology inside out, and if you do, please drop a comment and let us know your thoughts on this whole issue in general. Thanks for watching, guys, and for my full deep analysis of the deep dive gameplay demo, make sure to keep your eyes locked on the channel this week and ring that notification bell.